Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your English language live class. So today what we are going to study, we are going to deal with the format of formal letters. Okay, we have already done the format of informal letter. So now we will be looking at the formal letter. So before getting into the detail with the concept of formal letter, with the guidelines which you people are required to follow in order to write down a formal letter, and the format which is required, you should know what formal letters are. So what are formal letters? They are basically official letters which are addressed to people whom we don't know personally. Okay, so they are being addressed to the authorities, government officials, or to the municipal corporation. Maybe that also come under the purview of government officials. Then they are written to the managers of the bank. They are also written to the superintendent of police, police commissioner, and your editors of any magazine, newspaper. Fine. So all such letters which are addressed to such dignitaries whom you don't know personally, that are formal letters. Fine. And they are the subjects which are included in the formal letters are you request for some for your problems to get resolved, all right, or you complain, you lodge a complaint of for instance theft in your locality. Fine, you want to draw the attention of the editor on the poor condition of the roads in your area. Okay, you want to draw their attention on the garbage. Okay, the garbage spill in your area. So all these things are included in the subject matter of formal letter. Okay, so there your tone will be your tone should be formal. Fine, it should not be personal in any way. Okay, so this is the difference between a formal and an informal letter. You write an informal letter to somebody who you know personally, like your parents, your grandparents, your any of your family members, your friends, okay, your siblings. So these are the persons whom you address your informal letter to. But when it comes to formal letter, that means you are not supposed to talk informally to them. No, hi, hello, how are you? I hope you are fine. You don't say that to the editor of the newspaper. You just straight away write from the point. All right. Whatever your concern is, you have to start right away from there. Don't ask how are you. I hope you are fine. Okay, so that would add an informal touch to your letter if you will be writing that time. Fine. So don't ask for the well-being of the government officials or the receiver of the letter of the receiver of informal letter. Is this thing clear to all of you? Okay. So let us now look at the guidelines of a formal letter. So the first and the foremost thing is that you have to strictly stick to 3 paragraphs. So there should be 3 paragraphs, not more than that. Okay, because your formal letter should be short, crisp. Okay, it should not have unnecessary things in it. Then everything is to be written on the left side. So I have time and again kept on reminding you that we follow the block type or the box type format in which you are supposed to stick to the margin. You're not supposed to leave any space at all before writing a paragraph. All right. So you have to, the third point says the same thing. You have to stick to the margin and do not leave any space at all. Then the fourth point is PIN code is mandatory. Okay, so you are supposed to write PIN code after writing the name of the city. Now for subscription, that means when you come towards the end of the letter, what are you supposed to write? You're supposed to write yours faithfully for all the formal letters. Only when you are addressing the letter to the editor, then you will be writing yours truly. So your subscription will change if you are writing the letter to the editor. So only for editor, you will be writing yours truly in the subscription, and for any other formal letter, you will be writing yours faithfully. Now, this point is very important to note, the sixth point, because this is where you people, most of you make mistake. Do not use an apostrophe before or after the S in yours faithfully or yours truly. So yours will be written like this. No apostrophe whatsoever, wheresoever. Okay? Not even before S, not after S. Abhineet, pay attention. Okay, the last one, do not write your name in bold or capital letters. Yes, you are required to write your complete name in formal letter, but that should be in your running handwriting. Okay, don't write in all the letters of your name in capitals. Fine. So this is about the guidelines for writing a formal letter, which you people should follow and keep in mind. So in the format of formal letter, the first thing which you will be writing is the sender's address. That means your address will come over here. Okay. This is your address. In this place, you will be writing your own address. Don't copy the address from this sample. Okay. So again, I would like to draw your attention towards the punctuations which are to be used. Just comma. Fine. Don't write any hyphen anywhere in the address. Even if your house number consists of a hyphen, don't use it over here. Okay. And not here also, in between your city and pin code. So you will be writing your house number, block, building number, whatsoever, then put a comma. Then again, another street, if you want to mention the name of the street, you will write that, and then you will place a comma. Then finally, name of your city followed by a pin code. Then you will place a full stop. So only comma and full stop are to be used, and an oblique symbol if it is there in your address. No hyphen, no colon, nothing. Okay. Next, after writing sender's address, that means your address, you will be leaving a line. Then you will be writing the date in this format, followed by a full stop. After writing the date, you have to again leave a line. Then you will be writing the receiver's address. This is the receiver's address. That means the address of the person to whom you are addressing your letter. Okay. So this letter is being addressed to the editor. So this is how you will be writing the editor, comma, then the name of the newspaper, comma, then you will write, you are not going to write the precise address. Okay, just write the general address, that is civil lines, where the office is located, the locality of that office, then comma, and after that you will be writing the city. Okay, because you won't be knowing the building number, all right, of the office. So you just have to write the name of the newspaper, then you have to write down the locality, and after that you have to write down the name of the city. Fine. All right. After writing the receiver's address, you have to leave a line again, and then you have to write down the salutation. Now in salutation, you have to write dear sir, either dear sir or dear madam. Don't write both the things. Okay. So you have to decide. You have to decide on the gender of the official to whom you are writing the letter. You have to assume that whether the person in the office is a male or a female. So just assume one person and write down. Don't write this thing, dear sir or madam. You have to write just dear sir or dear madam. Okay, one thing. After that, you will be placing a comma. Then you leave a line. Then your first paragraph will start, and you have to start right from the margin without leaving any line. Then after completing your first paragraph, you will again leave a line. Then you will start your second paragraph. Again, right from the margin without leaving any space. After that, you have to complete your second paragraph, and then again you have to leave a line for starting the third paragraph. So your third paragraph will also start right from the margin without leaving any space. And after you complete writing your third paragraph, you will have to leave a line again, and then you will be writing thanking you. Thanking, T will be capital, Y will be capital of you, and then you will place a comma. After this, you will again leave a line, and then you will write yours truly. Why have I written yours truly? Because in this format, the receiver is the editor. So we will be writing yours truly only for editor. If this letter would have been addressed to somebody else, then we would have written faithfully. Okay, so yours truly, after that you'll place a comma, then you will write your full name. There's no need to leave any line between these two things. Okay, in the subscription, you are not supposed to leave any line. Fine. So this is the format of a formal letter. So let us have a look at a specimen of a formal letter. Yeah. So you have to write a letter. The question says that you have to write a letter to the police commissioner of your city drawing his or her attention to the menace of hawkers outside your school. Tell him or her what dangers it pose and offer solution for their rehabilitation. Now look over here. Here in the first part, this is the sender's address. Fine. Then a line is being left, then the date is written. After that, see how the receiver's address is written. Like this. Okay. The police commissioner's office, then the name of the locality is written, and after that, name of the city is written. Okay. So then a line is being left. So here, see, it has been chosen, sir. So madam is being dropped over here. Similarly, if you want to write it, if you think that the person holding the office should be a female, so you will be writing dear madam, not both the things. All right. Then this is how you will write down your paragraphs, leaving a line. Second paragraph, again leave a line. Third paragraph, again leave a line. Thanking you, leave a line. Yours faithfully, because it is written to the commissioner, police commissioner. So yours faithfully, and then your complete name like this, not in the caps lock. And don't draw these arrows. These are just to make a margin. Okay. So these arrows are not required. If your copy doesn't have any margin, so please draw it first and then start writing. So is this format of formal letter clear to everyone? Okay.